How much should you tip your house cleaner for the holidays? That's a great question, and we're going to talk about that today. Hi there, I'm Angela Brown, and this is Ask a House Cleaner. This is a show where you get to ask a house cleaning question, and I get to help you find an answer. Now, if you want a tip for your house cleaner, you can provide your house cleaner a couple of different things, and one of them is a membership to Savvy Perks. It costs about the price of a sandwich per month, and it gives them an array of benefits that will help them in their house cleaning business for the remainder of the year. It's everything from eye exams and eyeglasses and discounts on hearing aids or hearing protection or gloves like you would wear for cleaning houses. It includes a lot of cleaning supplies. It includes services that they would use for building their business, such as getting the oil changed in their car. There are all different kinds of discounts that are like membership discounts like you would find at Costco or something. But instead of just one store, Costco's a membership for one store, you get membership discounts at 250,000 stores and restaurants across America, the UK, Canada. I mean, they're all over now. Okay, so that would be a tip for your house cleaner, and that is savvyperks.com. Go check it out. All right, on to today's question, which is from a house cleaner that wants to know this.
Hello, Angela. Thank you so much for sharing your expertise on the show. As the holidays are approaching, I was wondering, what is the proper etiquette for a holiday tipping? Will it be 1 month of cleaning services or a 2 month? So I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you so much.
All right, so this is a trick because I just said it was a house cleaner, but I don't even know if it's a house cleaner or if it's a homeowner. But the question is, how much should we tip the house cleaner? All right, well, there are a couple different things. There's a house cleaner and there's a housekeeper. Housekeepers are at hotels, and they might also be the people that you find at Airbnbs. So what I want to say to you is this. Let's first talk about housekeepers, then we'll talk about house cleaners. All right, so every time you stay at a hotel and you're only there, let's say 3 nights, every night that you stay, you want to leave money on the pillow for the person that cleans the next day, because it's a different cleaning crew that comes in every single day. And so you want to make sure that you leave money for that person. Now, housekeeping, many people don't know this, but housekeeping is a tipped job. Part of their salary, part of their pay comes from tips. And about 1/3 of people realize that you're supposed to tip hotel wait staff. And so if somebody comes in and they renovate your room and they change all your linens and they give you new towels and they vacuum your crumbs up and all these things, they're supposed to be tipped. So you want to leave them like $5 a night. That's just a small tip, but if you could leave them more, that's great, $5 to $10. And leave it every single day for the cleaning crew that's coming in. Now, for your Airbnb, $5 to $10 per person a night. The person that is renting the Airbnb is not the same person that's coming in to clean the room on most cases. Now, sometimes it is. And if it is, you're giving the host, the person that invited you into their home, and the person that's having you come into their home to help pay their bills and support their family, extra $5 or $10 is just a gift, and it makes them fall in love with you, and it helps them leave you a better rating and review on the rating and review sites where the host also recommends and rates the customer. All right, let's talk for a second about house cleaners. House cleaners are people that come to your house every week or every other week, and they kind of are familiar with your house, and they know your intimate details, and they know your kids and your pets and all these things. So it would be lovely if they received regular tips. So there are a couple of different ways you can pay your house cleaning staff, and $5 to $10 per visit is lovely if you can do that throughout the year. If you can't do that throughout the year and your budget doesn't allow, make sure you tip them really well at the holidays. And a holiday gift or a holiday tip would be the equivalent of 1 cleaning, maybe 2 cleanings. And so let's say that they charge you $200 to come in and clean your house every other week. The tip you would give them at Christmas time would be at least $200. That would be a lovely way for you to say, hey, thanks, I appreciate what you're doing. And it's literally like giving them a paid day off. That's it. In house cleaning, there are no paid days off. If they take a vacation, they don't get paid, okay? This is a business where it is serve, serve, serve. And if you are the type of person that maybe you're easygoing, but there are like, I don't know, 30 things that you say throughout the year, that's like 1 every other week where you say, oh, hey, by the way, would you mind throwing in a little extra detail here or paying a little bit of extra attention to this, that, or the other? Maybe you don't think that's a lot, but you're not the only one. So your house cleaner goes from house to house, and everybody has 2 or 3 or 5 or 10 things that they want specially done, and forget this and don't do this and do more of this, and lots of nitpicking. So they come to your house and they feel very underappreciated. So if you can appreciate them, and if you can make them feel like, hey, I love it when you come to my house, they're going to love coming to your house too, and it's going to show up in their work. Now, the word tip, T-I-P, stands for to ensure promptness, right? We want to ensure that we have the best service. And so paying on a regular basis is a lovely way to inspire your house cleaner to keep coming back and to keep doing a great job for you. Because if there's a customer that they're like, ugh, I don't really want to go to that customer's house, and then there's a customer that always kind of like gives them a little tip along the way, that's the customer they're going to want to go see. So you can tip your house cleaner by being very easygoing, and number 2, by leaving them a little something extra. Now, it doesn't always have to be money. It could be fun things. I know that some of the customers that I had would always surprise and delight me with weird things. Like one of them knew that I was sending letters back and forth to my family. This is years ago when we still used the postal system before email was real popular. And they would give me rolls of stamps as a tip. And the rolls of stamps were expensive. And they would give me a whole roll of 100. I'm like, oh, that's so cool. And then my parents lived far away, and back in the olden days, I won't tell you how old I am, but back in the olden days, we had long distance phone calls, and the phone calls were like 65 cents a minute. So as a tip, they would give me phone cards so that I could call my mom and dad and I could chat with them. So there are things you can do that are specific to your house cleaner. I don't know what they are, but maybe your house cleaner is really big into essential oils. Giving them some essential oils would be a nice gift instead of giving cash. Some may love chocolate, and so giving them a box of chocolate might be an extra way of saying thanks. So every person is a little bit different, and as you get to know your house cleaner, to give your house cleaner something that's meaningful to them, says, I understand you and I care. Like there was a new mom who had just had a new baby, and so the homeowners, instead of giving tips, they would give new baby clothes. And they would go to Carter's or whatever, and they would buy these fun, awesome looking little baby clothes that were the right sizes as the child grew, because we all know that kids grow out of clothes really quickly. And so it was a fun tip for her, because then she would take pictures of the baby. And of course, this was great publicity. She would take pictures of the baby in the clothes that came from the customers, and she would tweet those out and Facebook those out to social media to say, oh, the people that I work for, they love me so much. Look, they bought me clothes for my baby. And so then the homeowners also felt appreciated as well, because they knew that they were reaching her at a place that was meaningful. So what you do for gifts and tips is completely up to you. But I suggest that you do it on an ongoing basis. And I got to be honest with you, it's not just house cleaners. It's all of the service providers in your life. So if there is a mailman that comes to your house every day, lots of us don't receive anything except bills and junk. That mail truck has to come by every single day and pick up mail and pick up bills and bring stuff to us. That is their job. They need to be remembered at the holidays. And I know that there are rules with the post office. I don't think they're allowed gifts, but you can give them gift cards. And I think the rule has to be like $25 or under. And nobody ever said you couldn't give them a couple, as long as they're under $25 or under. And I know that we've kind of stretched it a little bit, a couple of cards at the same time. But they're all under $25, so combined they make a nice gift. But it's a way of saying thank you. It's a way to ensure promptness. But there are hairdressers, and there are daycare providers, and there are people that cut our lawns, and there are people that come do extra services for us, whether they wash windows or they pressure wash our patios or whatever the services that we hire people out for. All of those people need to be tipped. And so be thinking about how you can make this next year more meaningful. Even as you go through the holidays, you'll tip them at the holidays. But how can you make this next year meaningful to them to ensure promptness so you become the favorite client that they have, and they treat you with respect, and they care, and they want to come back because you get them and you care about them and you understand they're working people and they have bills to pay. All right, so that's a little bit about tips. And one other thing. If you have a solo house cleaner that comes to your house, the solo house cleaner is probably going to keep all the tips. They only are the only person that works there. But if you have a team of people, they're probably going to split those tips. And if it's from a company, the company will probably split the tips with them to help cover the admin and give them some tips as well. And so make sure that you leave enough money that it actually covers all of the people that are involved in the process of cleaning your house. Anyway, that's the tips for the holidays. All right, until we meet again, leave the world a cleaner place than when you found it.